Here we are again at 1522 High Point Street, Los Angeles 90035. Now the purpose of this video is to update you on this intercom system here to see if it's working. Okay, so but we're going to look at some buildings on the street here. See all these buildings, I mean, I don't know if those are houses right there or those are condos. I don't know if those apartments or condos. But they have some type of intercom system. This building here, I verified it, it has an intercom system. Okay, this is a single family home right here. This is either apartments or condos. They have an intercom box on the front. You can actually see it if I zoom in. You can see the intercom box. There it is right there on the front. That black box, that's the intercom. Okay, so, and usually, and there's another building here, they have an intercom system. And then we go down here, this is a brand new building. They have an intercom system. And on down the street here. So here we are at 1522 High Point Street, 90035, City of Los Angeles, California, United States of America. And we're gonna go and look at the intercom box here. All right, we're gonna see if this thing works. All right, so it's 8:34 a.m. It's Wednesday, May 1st, 2024, in the United States of America. And okay, here we go. Let's see. Delivery, let's see what happens.
Please enter your PIN code or press I don't have the PIN.
Okay, you have to have a PIN code. Okay, so that function works, right? Well, we don't know it works, but it's saying enter a PIN code. All right, that's for deliveries. Now, this right here says temp key.
Please hold your QR code in front of the camera or enter your
We don't really know what a temp key is, so we'll just go back. But it looks like the temp key might be working if we knew what a temp key is. Now, of course, on the outside, this box here, you don't see any directions as to which key to push for which purpose. All right, let's look at this one.
To enter the building, please enter your PIN code.
Okay, let's hear that again.
To enter the building, please enter your PIN code.
It says to enter the building, enter the PIN code. Okay, so that's not an intercom either. That's door entry system, right? Okay, let's look at this one.
Call. Please enter the number and then press green call button.
Okay. Network unavailable. Okay, you saw that, right? Network unavailable. So that was for dial. That's not an intercom either, I assume, because it's dialing somebody, but I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be an intercom. So let's try contacts. That might be the logical explanation for intercom. It's contacts.
Please enter the name or apartment number or just slide up and down to search.
Okay, let's see what that. Let's listen to that again.
To search, please enter the name or apartment number or just slide up and down to search.
Okay, so we'll go up and down like that. We'll push this one. Network unavailable. Let's push another one. Network unavailable. Network unavailable. So now, the reason why this is important because this system here has been installed 2 or 3 times, maybe 2 times. It's been replaced over the years. In 2014, when the owner replaced it, he told the black tenants here that, well, actually, I'm not saying he told them. The black tenants were complaining that theirs was not working, including myself. And this was complaints with the city and the Civil Rights Department and the owner of the property. And as a result of that, they put in a new intercom system, but did not connect it to the black tenants who were here at the time. The only persons who got the working intercom were the white tenants here at the time. That's true, believe it or not. But the complaints to the city and the city housing department were basically ignored. I went to one meeting where I mentioned the word intercom 42 times between verbally and in writing, and there was not one response from the owner or from the city government. Okay, so that was in 2015. So it's been actually 9 years now. No working intercom. Now, those of you who know what intercoms are, you know that there's a unit in my, there's a box inside of my apartment. So from 2014, that box has not been working in my apartment. That's the only way you can access the intercom is from the unit, the box in your apartment that connects to the front of the building. I think everybody kind of agrees on that. So since 2014, I haven't had one that's working. I've been complaining. Okay, so in the meantime, in 2021, there's a new owner that takes over this property, High Point 1522 LLC. They take over the property, still managed by Power Property Management. Many of you know Power Property Management, and they're pretty biased and discriminatory against tenants. So a new system is put in 2014. Let's see, I think I mentioned that 2014. Okay, I'm sorry. New owner takes over 2021, and in 2023 of May, the current box I showed you, which is called Akuvox, in May of 2023, the current owner installs this new box. So, but when they install it, they don't announce it to me in particular, who's been complaining about it for so many years. They just put it in, take the old one out, don't say anything, and it's maybe, I don't know, maybe a month later before I can get postal deliveries, and then it's 6 months before they give me the access code. Now, I already had an access code since I moved in 2010. It's just that the owners have repeatedly changed it. So when these new owners in 2023 put this Akuvox system in, they changed the entry code again. So therefore, since I wasn't given the entry code, I had no way to get deliveries. And of course, that's retaliation, right? No way to get deliveries, and no way to use the access code to open the front door. Okay, so 6 months later, oh, we forgot, it's an oversight, we forgot to give it to you. Even I wrote them every, week requesting it, and priority mail, letters, and faxes, all kinds of stuff. They finally gave me the access code. Okay, so now to bring everything up to date, the one in my unit still doesn't work, and it's still not connected to anything. So I don't have a working intercom. But the city government, the state civil rights department, and the owner of the property claim that this Akuvox unit, which I'm going to show you again, is fully functioning. Now the question is, why? And of course I have disagreed with that to the city and the Civil Rights Department of California, but they're claiming this box is fully functioning, and I've just showed you that it's not fully functioning. So why? What is the purpose? What is the intent of the owner? What is the intent of the Civil Rights Department of California? What is the intent of the Los Angeles Housing Department to make sure that black tenants, myself and my roommate, black tenants with a disability, okay, are denied intercom service? The other part of the story is that, interesting here, and it shouldn't really be this complicated, but it is. My rent agreement prohibits myself as a tenant from making any repairs in the unit. Prohibits me from buying any parts or contracting any maintenance people to make repairs in my apartment. Okay, so that means that the owner, when they put in this Akuvox system, they have to supply the parts to use it. Well, guess what? It's a Wi-Fi based system. You have to have a smartphone and you have to have a Wi-Fi connection. But guess what? The owner did not supply those to me. Now the rent agreement is pretty clear that I cannot supply my own parts to any services here. So if I cannot supply my own parts by the rent agreement, then that means that the owner has to supply them. Has the owner supplied them? No. And this has been told to the Civil Rights Department of California, Governor Newsom of California, Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles City Council and to the owner repeatedly. Okay? So you want to know how blacks are denied housing services in America. This is one very blatant, outrageous example. You want to know how the city government participates. You want to know how the housing department participates. This is the example that you need to look at if you want to know how discrimination works under the UNRRA Act, which is California Code Section 5152. Study that if you want. The UNRRA Act, UNRUH. That's all persons are entitled to full and equal housing services, no matter what your protected category. And how blacks are retaliated against when they complain. The last thing I can say is, as the good lady said to me many years ago, civil rights are not just handed to you. You have to fight for them. And so it is in America in the year 2024. This is the tenant, G. Johnson, reporting.